All right, what's good, y'all? So we live. We just gonna be chilling. I'm in the crib right now, drinking my protein smoothie. Another day on the marathon, another day on the journey, and I'm gonna wait for some people to get in here, and we just gonna. I'm gonna give the best advice I could give everybody on their journey. For me, because I'm starting to realize a lot of things. Like I've started to realize everybody in the retention community is most of these dudes in their ego. They're not giving out real tools that's gonna help people. I'm talking about step by step tools. And you know why? Because they know how dangerous the world would be. They know that they would it would come to a point where their ego would have to disappear if all men aligned and worked together. Like, what if it was a channel like first of all, bro, I can't name a channel that I could go to and get, like, back when I was looking for content like that. There's no channel that you will ever find that will give you step by step tools to be the best man that you can be. And trust me, there's men out here that have these answers. And I'm in tune with these answers because I see through everything. And my job is, no matter what, I'm gonna give everybody all of the answers that I have. Whatever helps me, I'm gonna help you. You feel me? No matter what, because that's how we gotta move as men, bro. All that, like, who I truly aspire to be, is the most humble dude in the world. I'm trying to be the greatest form of humble. You feel me? Because I'm telling you, being a tough guy is not cool. I mean, we all know it's not cool. Being a tough guy don't feel good. But I'm gonna tell you something about tough guys. Every tough guy that you see don't want to be tough. He's inspired to be tough because he feel like that will, keep him out of situations. Or he's afraid of, like, for instance, right? If somebody lives in the trenches and everybody in the trenches move a certain kind of way, and this dude is at a low vibration, what you think he gonna do? He gonna do what everybody else doing, because it takes real courage to combat something. Like, when somebody tell you, like, yo, this new album I heard, like, this joint fire, and you might have heard that same album and you might have been like, yo, that album is trash because he's talking about a whole bunch of negativity. He talking about a whole bunch of drilling and trapping, and I'm not trying to hear that. That album is trash. He not talking about none that's trying to help me. But see, dudes don't have the guts to live their truth like that. They rather be like, yeah, word, that joint valid, like, yeah, and he might not even really like that. But so, do that really make you tough, or do that mean that you are, living in a false reality, right? Because that's exactly what you're gonna manifest if you don't live your truth. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. There are men out here that are afraid of men that are willing to live their truth, because they know deep down that they don't have the courage to live their truth, bro. There are men out here that will never have the courage to do what I did on YouTube and talk about relapsing. Not only relapsing, but I told everybody I relapsed on purpose. And I used it as a way to inspire anybody else on a journey that's struggling. I reset on purpose. I'm like, you know what? I'm about to just reset. So all the G's that's struggling, you might have put me on a pedestal because you saw me going crazy. How about this? Day zero. Now what? And I'm still thorough. And I'm still official. And I still got character. None of that left. Because they're not going to tell you that if you go a long period of time on retention and you relapse, you don't lose the benefits. But they're not going to tell you that. They're going to tell you that you're going to lose the benefits, right? They're going to tell you, because it wouldn't make no sense that you lose the benefits. Let me tell you why. Because you're building willpower, right? That's like if you go to the gym for 6 months straight. You go to the gym for 6 months straight, and then you stop going to the gym for a day. You know what I'm saying? You stop going to the gym for that day. Do you lose the benefits of you going to the gym all of them days? No. Even 2 weeks? No. Even a month? No, because you was consistent for 6 months, right? And what happens is, when you go back to the gym, your mentality is gonna cripple you, because if you got a weak mentality and you are, one of those kind of guys that's influenced by how everybody else view life, then you are gonna allow the fact that, dang, I ain't been in the gym in a while. I ain't, I'm kind of like, I got to get back in tune. Like I'm kind of like not in tune for real. It's all in your head though. Because what if you ain't believe that? Because whatever your mind believes, your body will follow. And this is exactly what's going on in the retention community with a lot of dudes. It's sad because they are, trying to, it's dudes out here that's trying to make dudes feel bad for relapsing. So they trying to infiltrate your brain and make your brain believe something so that your body could follow. And that, because I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Is content creators, like, let's say for instance, let's not even say semen retention. Let's just say the woke community. The woke community is afraid of more woke people coming into the community because they're afraid that you might be tapped in with more knowledge than them, and it's gonna hurt the hell out of their ego to see, like for instance, this hurt people ego. If I was in my ego, right? Somebody called me a legend, somebody called me a goat, somebody say I'm the realest. But then I see somebody else in the community talking about the same thing I'm talking about, and they calling him a goat too. They calling him a legend too. They don't want that. Why can't we just be a unit? When is men gonna come together? Right? But the thing about men is that we understand ourselves and we understand the lies that we tell ourselves. So we could look at somebody and know that we have the capability of infiltrating their brain. We could look at somebody and know, like, if I told them that he was a goat, even though he might not be a goat, if I just gave him that energy to like show him that somebody, sees that he could be great in the future, that'll really motivate him. And I also know that if I tell this dude that he a sucker, and I also know that if I tell this dude that he a loser, that it's gonna affect him. And it's gonna make him, not be in his bag, and he not gonna wanna be talking that talk in whatever case scenario, even in real life. Feel me? That's what these bullies be doing. These bullies know that they live in, insecurity. They don't like the life that they live in their real life. You feel me? Because you'll be surprised, a lot of these bullies, like bullies, for instance, like dudes that be bullying dudes in high school or bullying dudes in middle school, they be going through stuff in their crib. And the things that they going through in their crib make them feel insecure about their life. And then what happens is they carrying around a bad energy because they scared to live their truth in their house because they know that they might get kicked out, right? They mom might be hella disrespectful. They pops might be beating on their mom. Pops might be beating on him. And then when he come outside, he got so much built up negative energy and so much built up insecurity from not living his truth within his domain of where he really need to be facing that truth. What happens is he see, somebody that might not be able to relate to what he's going through because he's starting to understand how it's changing him, the things that he's going through. He's starting to understand the world around him and why certain dudes, move and have like this aura, like, they just look like they angry, just look like they on demon time. Because he's starting to realize what going through a lot of his life is doing to him. So he could pinpoint dudes that ain't really got, built up negative energy. He could see somebody that's just chilling. Just a cool vibe, cool dude, might not even really be about no action. For me, and then they target them. They use that built up negative energy and they use it in the wrong way. Why? Because, we have so many things out here in the world that are used to fuel our negativity. That is how they trap us young black men. They know that we deal with a lot of negative thoughts. They know that a lot of black men deal with living in a, most black dudes, I ain't gonna say all, but most of us grow up in, you know, neighborhoods that's foul. Feel me? And it messes with our psyche to where we feel like we gotta move a certain kind of way so that we could, so dudes know that they can't play with us. But all we doing is manifesting the same thing that they manifested and we all wind up trapped in the same place. Why you think these project buildings be 20 floors high, building after building after building after building? Because everybody is living the same way here. Everybody in their communities could relate to each other because everybody is negative, is feeding their negativity. Instead of facing they demons and all that, they feeding into it. They listening to a whole bunch of trap music. They moving around, ready to hurt something, right? To get it up off their chest. Like I was just walking down the block the other day. I was just minding my business. But I tried something. This dude, he was posted up by the car like this. His homie, he was Crip. He had the blue flag around his head, and his homie was in front of him. And I think he had like two more homies behind him. So this dude right here that I first mentioned, he was just posted up by the car. I'm walking down the block. Boom. So I'm like, you know what? This is what I normally try to do. I'm like, I'm not even going to look at these dudes at all. I'm going to look down. And let me see. And then when I look back up, I guarantee, I felt like I knew he was going to look at me because they see that as a sign of weakness. I look down. As soon as I look up, he looking at me. I'm like, all right, I ain't going to get mad. I ain't going to trip. I start smiling. He still got the tough look on his face. Now we really ice grilling each other. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, it's cool. I smiled. I almost laughed out loud because I understood what was going on. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to chill because it's not worth it. Like, you feel me? Like, what am I going to get out of? Like, this be the problem with people. Like you got to really think about it. How stupid is you getting into something with somebody because he's staring at you? Like, so what? For me? Like, and if anything, I'm smiling and dang near laughing because I'm like, these dudes that just look at you, but they won't do nothing. Because even a dude like me that be on positivity, they can still sense that I got it in me if I wanted to. Like, you feel me? So I'm good out here. Like, I could be positive. But see, the problem with these fake tough guys is that they know that they really not like that. So if they was to get positive, then people would try to walk all over them and all that. And then what hurt these dudes even more is that this would be happening with a lot of these tough guys. They live a tough life, inflaming their ego, this, that, and the third. And then they go through real situations in their life that hurt their ego and make them inflame it even more to want to be more tough. Instead of changing. Like, bro, what you doing is not working for you, clearly. Because there's still people that's seeing right through your BS. There's still people out here that's not gonna be, that you're not gonna shake out here because you trying to act tough and walking around with that vibe like you could hurt someone. It's always gonna be somebody that's gonna be able to see that even if you is like that, he might be able to, like, I ain't worried about this dude. Like, it's negative energy, man. Ain't nobody trying to do all that. For me, especially when you understand manifestation and all that. I don't know if y'all can see in the back, I got a bike now. And I want to give y'all some advice. Anybody that, like, struggling with the journey and you want to look for a way to like get back real fast and feel good, and even build your seat up and build your test, get you a bike, bro. Anybody with a bike will be able to tell you that you get you a bike, trust me, it's gonna build tests and it's gonna build that leg strength. Because a lot of dudes, most dudes struggle with leg strength. A lot of dudes could, we can get the muscle up here. This ain't about nothing though. What about these? You feel me? You gotta make sure you take care of your legs. And if you got you a bike, get busy. Get busy with that bike. I'm telling you, and it's fun. It's fun to ride a bike, bro. Like, I'm glad I bought this bike, and it's a little cheap bike. Like I said, this is a documentary for real. This bike was only $200 at some. I bought this like for somebody's backyard. He had a whole bunch of bikes in his backyard, and he a dude that just be selling bikes. And I'm like, I seen it on Google. He was right around, like, not too far from me in Flatbush. I'm like, I'm about to just pull up and get me a bike. It's my first bike, word. So every time it's nice outside, I'm outside with it, working. Feel me? But I want to talk about something else real quick too. So this is how step by step you get rewarded by the universe. I think I'm starting to really understand how to better explain it, because I be experiencing it, but I be trying to figure out how to explain it for y'all so y'all could get it too. So for instance, right, let's speak on relapsing. Let's say you relapse, right? And instead of you, let's say right after, even if you fact, you might have literally just watched the website and then fact. So where now after the fact, you you thinking about like, dang, like, this is what happens. Whatever you feed is what you're gonna get from the universe. If you feeding yourself negativity, like, yo, like, dang, I'm probably gonna lose the benefits, or now it's gonna take me a minute to get back where I'm at. You just think about all of this negativity. That's exactly what you're gonna wind up manifesting for yourself, and you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it. But if you don't do that, and instead you like, okay, I chalk that up. That's cool. I'm about to get right back on the journey, and I'm about to make the best out of this day zero, and then I'm gonna make the best out of my day one. Feel me? And I'm gonna use this as a reset. Let's say you just find that any way to be positive. You like, I'm gonna use this as a reset. I'm like, you know what? Okay, I was on the website. So now this is what I'm gonna do. Let's say you do this even. Because to each his own, you do whatever works for you. We just gonna be talking about all scenarios. You can even go as far as the you want me to show the bike? I don't know if you can see it for real, but it's a valid bike. It's nothing serious, but it definitely is one of the ones though. I don't even know too much about bikes. I just know that it works. That's all I know. Like it is valid. But like, what was I saying? Like basically, if like I'm trying to say, the mentality that you feed is what you're gonna get from the universe. So instead, you be like, you know what, I'm resetting. And since I was watching the website, what I'm gonna do now is like I'm gonna do like this in my brain, because this way a lot of people mess up with the journey. You got dudes that be on retention but be frying their dopamine receptors, and you can't grow like that, because watching the website will block your manifestation powers on retention and cause you to manifest something that don't got nothing to do with what you're trying to manifest. So keep that in mind. That website will block your manifestation powers no matter how many days you on retention. And that's a hard pill to swallow, because I'm sure some dudes out here, excuse me, low key, that be on that, every now and then. You might be on Instagram and you might be looking at too many of them joints on the explore page because you don't like some of the wrong pictures, and that's what your explore page is gonna feed you. Like, you gotta be really willing to sacrifice everything to be great on this journey, bro. Like, for real. So you can even go as far as to do this. Even though it don't count as a relapse, it should. I'm gonna say that. Even though watching the website don't count as a relapse, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it should. Because like I said, it's gonna mess your brain up, and it's gonna block your blessings. Because you gotta think about it, right? It's already hard to be positive. I'm gonna keep it 100. It's not easy to be positive all of the time and not be feeding your ego. My ego be starving for me to get back on my bullshit. And not even just with watching the website, but even on my bully. You feel me? Like, just ready to hurt something. All that, my ego is starving for me to get on my bully. Starving. Y'all seen how I first came on here? I was wilding. You feel me? And I'm glad I also learned something from all that, because I'm glad that I got to, record those videos and look back at myself to where I could tell myself now, like, yo, I was tweaking. I gotta chill, bro. I can't be acting like that all the time. I'm willing to be that honest with myself, because this is a documentary. You dig what I'm saying? So, word, like, you can even go as far as to do, like, if I watch the website, it's a relapse, and I'm gonna have to relapse. You feel me? And if you look at it like that, if you look at the website like that, like, if you look at it that you got to relapse, then you won't. Feel me? Like, you gotta have ways to, because I'm telling you, bro, being on no fab is just as important as being on the retention. But everybody to each his own. Like, you'll see a lot of dudes in the retention community doing their thing, but everybody, deal with their own demons, bro. Feel me? Like, I just don't like how people classify. I just don't like how people classify somebody that relapsed as a person that is over, like it's over for them, this, that, and the third. Like, I don't like that. And I think, since I have a huge effect, I mean, I ain't gonna say I got a huge effect and all that, but I know, like, I'm stamped in the game because of how I came in. I'm sure I inspired a lot of dudes to conduct themselves on a channel the way they do that. You feel me? So now I'm gonna try my best to inspire people to be straight humble. Because we gotta change the retention community from being like, first of all, we all supposed to be a brotherhood. It shouldn't be nobody that's practicing retention. But matter of fact, let me say this. The trolls and all that, the reason why a lot of them be thirsty to troll is because these dudes be hurting their ego. And I feel like even when they was trolling me, I was hurting these dudes' ego. And you know what? I'm gonna do my best to be as humble as I could possibly be. And like I said, I'm gonna help everybody. I'm gonna tell you all of the answers. Cause we gotta change. If cause I feel like I'm gonna be one of the few dudes that's willing to take this route and be strictly humble. None of that tough guy rah, none of that. Cause I'm not even trying to get in no trouble, bro. I don't have no business in jail. You feel me? And just all that BS that come with that. I don't want to manifest none. I want to live a humble life. You feel me? And yo, one thing I learned too, like one thing I want to speak on too is this, like when it kind of like dudes that become a target, you know, like when they say like you doing something, you speaking on certain things, you become a target. It's not about what you doing, it's about how you doing it, right? Because you can have a retention channel and you doing the right thing by, you know, inspiring people, telling your truth, this, that, and the third. But when you go out your way, knowing that there's other people out here that struggle with real addictions to the website, you know, and you go as far as to try to put these people down that relapse, I'm gonna go as far as to say this. Anybody that does that will never be truly successful. Never. And a lot of y'all get it confused by thinking that success you comes with looks. No. Success don't got nothing to do with this. Success is something that you're gonna feel within your spirit. You're not gonna see success on somebody. That don't exist, bro. That kind of success don't exist. That's third dimensional success. So if they want the third dimensional success, then you know, I'm gonna go as far as to say they may still achieve that third dimensional success. But when you looking to achieve, you know, internal success, oh yeah, you're gonna have to make a lot of sacrifices. You're gonna have to chalk up a lot of mistakes that you made in your past and still be solid enough to live that truth and keep it going. For me, like just know each and every moment and everything you do in your moment, you gotta really remind yourself that you're being watched. Even if you make a mistake, that still don't mean that you hang it over your head, bro. That is not smart. Anytime you hang something over your head is exactly the repercussions that you're gonna get, you feel me, from doing that. Like you literally manifest what you do, bro. You have to understand that. And then, for instance, when you got dudes, like I said, like I've said, I feel like I said this already, but like somebody that's gonna go out their way to speak on somebody that's struggling with the journey instead of doing their thing on the journey, that goes to show that low key, they suspect. They suspect. Because somebody that's really truly doing great mentally, physically, and spiritually, they don't have no negativity to give to be trying to laugh at somebody that they feel like is doing some BS. What do that look like to you? Like, do that really look like that person is doing well when they going out their way trying to put other people down? How can you say that person is truly, you know, on the road to success or is successful when they go out their way to talk about people that they consider to be beneath them or they consider to be doing worse than what they doing? Like, yeah, I'm on day such and such, and this dude over here, he keep relapsing. Okay, if you're doing good, why are you speaking on somebody that you feel like ain't? What are you getting out of that? Right? Or do that mean that low key behind closed doors when that person is not on camera, something that he not telling us? Because that's the feel that I get. Because I don't think y'all understand would it take to get on the camera and tell people about a relapse? Because we've never had nobody speak on this, so I'm gonna speak on this. It's not easy. And this is coming from a strong dude like myself. Because, you got the thoughts of like, dang, you feel like you're gonna let the people down and all that. And then you gotta really remind yourself, like, hold on, but at the end of the day, you feel me? Like like ain't nobody perfect. And this is gonna really help people when they see a dude willing to be honest, this, that, and the third. You gotta put your ego to the side. You ain't gotta always get on the camera and look your best and be your best, right? Because those are the people that are truly gonna have an effect on somebody's life. Because you could find millions of dudes all over the world from the internet and real life that are willing to get in a bag and look a certain kind of way on the camera. But how many people will you find that'll be willing to just get on the internet and instead of trying to go so hard to make a video, he just go live and just talk his truth? Where you gonna find it? Why it don't exist? Don't exist. Oh, shout out to y'all, man. Nah, I'm not on day zero. But peace and blessings to you. I don't know. I mean, I think it's kind of cringy seeing stuff like that. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. What's up with y'all though? What's the word? What's the word? Nah, we ain't relapsed. Hey man, day 2, keep it solid, you heard? That's how you do it. You live your truth and you move forward, right? Because at the end of the day, what make you really solid is if you're willing to be humble about your life. You gotta be willing to be humble. Like I truly aspire to get out of the hood, but see, it was crazy is that you'll have dudes that'll get out the hood and still be hood hit and attract hood stuff from outside of the hood. Like how you left the projects, but you still move like a project dude up here to where you're gonna attract street drama to you. Like that's the whole purpose of them, you know, of this maze that we living in, or the maze that I'm living in the trenches. Part of this came from me attracting this, right? Cause all a lot of dudes be doing that be in the trenches is they be focused on trenches type stuff. Like first of all, you gotta think about it. Like, what would make a dude wanna really be a part of the streets? Like, as I get older, I'm starting to really understand that. I'm trying to really like question that. Like, what make a dude want to be a part of the streets? Why would you want to attach yourself to a place where you know you gotta always be watching your back? That goes to show that peer pressure is real. Peer pressure is real, and what's also real is being by yourself and facing your demons is real. Because if it was easy, then we wouldn't even be having no gangbangers out here. We wouldn't be having no dudes out here selling drugs. Why? Because they view it as it's easier to just ignore themselves and ignore themselves, till they wind up exploding and doing something stupid. Right? Like I seen a video of this dude, right? I forgot this dude's name. Um uh, yeah. Well, they don't be themselves, bro. All these street dudes that you see, they cap. And it's gonna take for a real solid dude to be talking about stuff like that. Because that's what we need to put an end to. The street stuff gotta end. The gang banging gotta end. Because it's retarded to be beefing with somebody because they have another flag. And then on top of the fact that you living in the past because, you know, it's been a lot of people that have been sacrificing their life, sacrificing their soul. If you even think about it, as crazy as it may sound. Like these dudes be ready to die about a flag. How is that thorough? what makes somebody thorough that is willing to do something like that? What makes somebody thorough that's willing to live their whole life being gangster, being in their 30s, 40s, all that, still being gangster? And these people get respect. Let me show you how backwards the world is. Those people get respect. The dudes that be on the internet throwing up their shines and you know, spitting their raps and all that, talking about a whole bunch of street bull, they get respect. They get a whole bunch of fire emojis. They get followers every day. They get hundreds of thousands of likes on their posts, right? But then you got people in the retention community that's struggling with their addiction to the website. And then you got dudes that's thorough enough to be honest about struggling. When these same dudes that these dudes be looking up to, these street dudes, they be doing the same thing. They relapse all of the time. And why is nobody over there trolling them? Right? You got to really ask yourself questions about why people do certain things. Like, you gonna get on the internet and try to troll somebody that's living their truth, and then as soon as it's done, let's say as soon as this live is over, as soon as that person video is over, them really speaking the truth about maybe slipping on the journey, you gonna turn around and go listen to a gangster rapper. Who at the end of the day is really gonna succeed in life? The person that's living their truth, or the person that's lying to themselves intentionally and then trying to validate the fake life that they live by trying to put people down that's living their truth? That goes to show that you an agent. You an agent. Anybody that tries to put somebody down for living their truth is an agent. They are a person that means that person was put there as a distraction to distract you from the person that you really need to be fucking with. Like, that person is an agent. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go, like, ain't this what everybody complain about? Yo, too many dudes in the streets doing this, doing that. Now we got young dudes on the internet talking about their addiction to the website. Really think about that for a second. You got men willing to get on the internet and talk about them struggling with their addiction to watching people have sex and fapping to it. And you got people real enough to get on the internet and talk about that. You feel me? Like, you feel me? Ain't this what we post? Ain't this what we wanted? Low key, didn't we get tired of, was we tired of seeing all of the BS and we wanted real stuff on the internet? Yo, I'm tired of seeing a bunch of BS on the internet, but yet you still watching it. You tired of seeing a whole bunch of BS on the internet, but you still gonna watch it. And then you see somebody keeping it thorough, he just might have a camera posted up in his crib and he talk his truth, and people ain't gonna tune into that dude. They rather tune into a dude, But you gotta think about it though. This would help you cope with that. For anybody that really feel the message I'm kicking, what help you cope with that is the fact that these dudes are programmed. So it's not your fault. And there's nothing that you could really do to convince somebody to, like, get with what you're doing. Because what you're doing is making a real sacrifice and turning your back on the programming. But people want and desire entertainment so much from growing up. Just want to be entertained. You feel me? Because that helped them cope with the false reality that they live. They have to entertain themselves. They have to, some way, some form, find a way to entertain themselves. So you got to think about it. What's entertaining for people now, what's going on in the community, is finding somebody that relapsed a whole bunch of times and talk down on them and try to laugh at them. Can you imagine how pathetic that is? But yet these dudes will not keep the same energy with people in real life that they really don't like. Why don't you laugh at him in his face and tell him how much of a sucker he is because you don't respect how he moving, right? But instead, you're going to get on that internet and try to bother people for living their truth. That's crazy. And that goes to show that you don't go out your way. See, look, I just inspired son to want to get back on YouTube. This is how you do it. I want to see all the young kings do their thing on YouTube, bro. Everybody. We could all be a unit. That's how we supposed to be, a unit. Listen, I got love and respect for everybody, even the people that talk down on me, because I'm truly aspiring to change and be a better man. So I'm not gonna let, you know, a mindset that they don't even want to have, because I understand that they don't want to have that mindset, because I already grew from that, bro. I grew from the mindset of negativity, so I understand it. I understand that even when somebody talk down on somebody or talk crazy about somebody, they don't even want to really live that way, because it's very uncomfortable for them. I know that for a fact. It's uncomfortable for them because they have to keep that up. Because as soon as they can't keep that up, they're gonna see people change on them, and it's gonna hurt their ego. They're gonna feel a whole bunch of punches in their chest. That's how it's gonna feel. Because your ego is powerful, because people live their whole life feeding their ego. But you gotta keep the same energy with the positivity. And what's great is that you're gonna have these agents working with you. Appreciate you, my G. Love. For me, these dudes that's gonna talk crazy about you is gonna increase the power that you have. For instance, right, there's somebody right now struggling with the journey, and you decide not to make a retention channel because you feel like if you might relapse, then ain't no point in you having the channel. No, that's cap. Because what's really gonna help people is seeing somebody that's just willing to document their life. That's what we need, bro. That's what I want to see, even. Because ain't nobody on the internet willing to, that got the balls to do that, bro. And that's whack. But yet these dudes tough. But nobody on the internet is willing to live their real life. Instead, you just recording it. Why? Because that's extremely hard to do. I'm going to tell you that because I'm doing it. You might have videos in the past that you want to delete and all that. And instead, you still like, nah, we staying solid. You feel me? Because this is a documentary. And we really aspiring to help people. You feel me? So you live your truth. For me, listen, man. My goal is to inspire all. To inspire all. No matter what you're going through, no matter what your insecurities is, we gotta speak on it. We gotta live our truths, and we not gonna be trying to, you know, fake it and keep it in so that, you know, you could come off and look tough and look a certain type of way, because women are so programmed right now that if you don't live in your ego, that's literally what it's gonna come down to, what you're gonna realize, bro. It don't got nothing to do with you being alpha or being masculine. Because you'll realize that these dudes that claim that they alpha and they masculine, they not. They just live in their ego. That's all that is. When somebody goes out their way to be masculine, when you see somebody walking down the street, extra stiff, trying to poke his chest out, he is scared. He's scared. He's shook. That's the real scared. That's the stuff that we really need to be exposing. When people go out their way to poke their chest out all day, to dominate and be, you know, dudes be having a conversation and he talking extra loud, mad body language. He's scared, bro. And the reason why he's doing all of that is to deflect the fact that he's scared, bro. He's scared that somebody might really be able to see that he can't fight. He's scared that somebody might really be able to see that he's not even really that strong. And he don't even really be working out like that. He just might be eating a lot. He got a lot of extra fat. He might work out a little bit and it make him look like he muscular because of his stiff body language. Like, yo, bro, I see through people on a whole nother level. Don't let these dudes fool you, bro. And you know what? I'm a do the best I can to make it cool to be humble. You feel me? Because I like it low key disgusts me seeing these dudes lie and live a lie for their whole life and pretend like it's cool and pretend like fans is right. Let's keep it all the way 100. Let's talk about DMX a little bit. DMX was living a lie, bro. He was living a lie. All of that tough stuff that he was doing in his music and all that had to do with everything that he's been through in his life. And instead of him transmuting all of that strong energy that he had from going through a lot in his life, he would use it and still talk about gangster stuff. Right? And he was still struggling with an addiction. But what if he'd have been, let's say, jumped on the Bible wave? Because he was claiming that the Bible was helping him, in his life. But what if he'd have been did that and stopped talking about the streets? Because all of these street dudes even know that the streets ain't gonna help them. They know that the streets ain't gonna save them. They know that the streets is gonna hurt them. They have that common sense. But I'm gonna tell you something about people. It's easier for somebody to live a lie and pretend like they don't know no better, so that people, because as soon as somebody know that you know better, they hold you to a higher standard, right? They hold you to a higher standard, and you're gonna look funny when people know that you know better than to be doing certain things. You feel me? So it's dudes out here that's purposely acting like they don't know better on purpose because they don't want you to know that they know better. They don't want you to know that. They know it in their own space, but they don't want the people to know it. That's why they just, people get on the internet and they watch what they do. They conduct themselves in certain kinds of way, very strategically. Don't let it fool you when people get on the internet and you think it's just off the dome. Everybody, yo, bro, 99% of everything you see on the internet is strategic. From how they feel like they need to conduct themselves, to the body language that they use in the video, to how they, I'm telling you, it's very strategic, bro. And that is a lifestyle that I can no longer live, because I'm sure I've done it without even realizing it for real. Because, a lot of people treat YouTube like it's strictly a business, but I'm not going to treat it like that. The money going to come regardless, and I'm not even looking for the bread, bro. I got, I be stacking my bread. I'm doing all right for myself. I ain't all the way down bad, but I'm still grinding and all that. But I don't care about money, because money don't help nobody. All it do is help you be able to survive a little bit in the 3D world. But imagine surviving in the 3D world, but within, you don't feel good. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy that there's people that got a lot of money and still be killing themselves? Why you got a lot of money and you still not taking care? Why you not taking care of your health? Because everybody, and you'll be surprised, a lot of these hood dudes know the benefits of like even incorporating a vegan diet in their life. But then when these hood dudes get money, they don't they don't incorporate the vegan life, because they like, nah, at first, before they had the bread, they like, nah, I be eat whatever I want to eat, because, all that other stuff would be too expensive. So that goes to show that you don't even care about yourself, because you're willing to feed yourself cheap food because you don't want to spend more money. But then you see these same clowns waiting for the Jordans online at 2 a.m, all the way into the store open at 8 o'clock. These same clowns, like you making all of these sacrifices so you could look fly and all that, but you don't even want to take care of your temple. You're not even trying to take care of your temple. Like, get them out of here, bro. They gotta cut the bull. But it's cool, because I'm not finna live that life. That could never be me. I don't care about being fly. I'm gonna be the dude that get on the internet and you might never see me fly, but you're gonna see my body continue to develop and gain more muscle though. You're gonna definitely see me get stronger physically, get bigger and tighten up. But swag, I don't care about swag, right? Because listen, you literally attract what you are. And the only way you can get what you truly desire in this life is if you do it. Like, if you want a woman that's extremely humble, that don't care nothing about the 3D world, how you think you're gonna get a woman like that if you still living that life? If you still care about switching up a bunch of outfits and buying a whole bunch of different outfits and conducting yourself a certain way around people and on the internet, how you gonna attract somebody like that if you not that? because you got to put yourself in their shoes. You got to put yourself in the woman's shoes that you want. Why would she want a dude that just want her for the life that she lived, but he's not living that life? That's like you being on retention, and it's a stripper out there that see somebody that see the retention community. She like, yeah, I need me a man that practices retention, and he know he not trying to be out here having, sleeping with all these different women. He just really taking care of his temple. I need me a man like that. And this same woman is stripping and still sleeping with dudes that is bringing a high dollar. You feel me? Like still sleeping around with dudes, but she aspired to have a man that care about his temple. But she don't even care about her. She still be in the strip club drinking all of the time, still smoking weed every single day, even smoking cigarettes. But you want somebody that is living a lifestyle that he living a lifestyle complete opposite of yours, and he don't even believe in that. But you want that. How you going? It's impossible. It's never gonna happen. Let me tell you something about these women. Any woman that you hear says that men ain't ish, is because she ain't ish. You know why? Because you attract what you are. And the men that these women be attracting have everything to do with, themselves internally. Things that they believe about themselves. And you might go as far as to say, well, what about the good women that get abused? Well, she attracted a man that was going to feed off her insecurities because she's highly insecure. Because you got to ask yourself, why do these women that get abused stay with these dudes and have the audacity to say, I stayed with him because I love him? No, you didn't stay with him because you love him. You stayed with him because you don't love yourself enough. Let's talk about it. You didn't stay with this dude because you love him. You don't love that dude because you don't even love yourself enough to understand that you moving foul. You moving foul enough to really be believing that that it's okay to love somebody that don't even love you or they self. Because for a man to be putting his hands on a female, violating like that, it's no way he could love himself as a man. Because you don't put out negativity when you love yourself, bro. It's impossible. Like the more love I show myself, the more sacrifices I make in my life, it's impossible for me to, put out negativity. But what influence somebody to put out negativity is when they feed themselves negativity. But if you're not feeding yourself no negativity, then you can't put it out. You feel me? Cut out the rap music. I feel like it should be over for rap music, bro. You don't got no business listening to dudes that you know better than to be living that lifestyle. If you young, cut out rap music, bro. You don't need to be listening to nobody that's talking about a bunch of nothing that, you feel me, that don't got even nothing to do with the life that you live. You probably at home living with your moms in the community that's not really even on all that. And you listening to a dude that's talking about a whole bunch of toxic stuff that you don't even got nothing to do with. You feel me? And on top of that too, I'm starting to realize the hertz and all that. You gotta be careful. That's another reason why you should stop listening to that music, because the hertz is low, and that really affects your brain, for real. To the point where it's you gotta think about it. I noticed like yesterday when I was riding my bike, I was having a blast because riding a bike is really fun for me. I'm listening to straight affirmational music, and it was hard because I'm like, yo, I just want to listen to some rap music, but I'm like, why do I still urge to listen to rap music when I know better than to even be listening to it? That goes to show it's deeper. That goes to show that your brain is not urging for the rap music. Your brain is urging for the frequency that the rap music is feeding you, because you lived a long majority of your life just feeding yourself straight negativity. Whether you was having a terrible diet, you didn't care about drinking water. You got people out here that'll tell you, nah, I don't drink water because, water ain't got no taste, bro. Like, I be drinking juice and all that. You know what I'm saying? You read the back and it got 90 grams of sugar, but it tastes good though, bro. Like, I don't know how you could drink water every day, because I don't taste nothing when I drink water, bro. Like, why you drinking water for? Feel me? Like, come on, bro. Come on. Like, I know better than to be moving like that. And I'm sure everybody on here know better than to be moving like that. But I'm telling you, if you're struggling with any addiction in your life, you got to change what you feed your mentality. You can't be on retention and still be feeding yourself a whole bunch of negativity with what you be watching, the things you be doing, like playing the video game all day. You can't say you love yourself if you're willing to sit in the crib all day and play a video game. That's not showing yourself no love, bro. And you could say, oh, but I'm in the crib and I'm staying out of trouble. Why you worried about getting into trouble for? Why you thinking about you getting into trouble if you know better than to be getting into trouble? Why you worried about you getting into trouble? No, like you're not going, we not doing that over here. We gonna live our truth 100% with that. Being in the crib playing a video game all day ain't the wave. I'm gonna say get you a bike and just ride. For me, ride around. Get you that oxygen. Affirm all day. Like every time it's nice outside, ride you a bike and just affirm all day. I challenge everybody to do that. I challenge everybody watching this video to buy you a bike. We gonna live a humble life. You ain't even gotta get no car yet if you can't afford no car. Get you a bike. Get a bike, ride around, and affirm. Manifest your reality every day. Put in the work day by day. Whatever video game you was playing, just, incorporate it in your life. You that character that you was building up. You trying to get your Call of Duty character to be 45 prestige. Now how about you get your character in real life the day 45 on retention, but a clean 45 days of no website, feel me, like none of the rap music, you straight affirming for 45 days, because that's what's gonna make you really feel good about being on a streak on retention. Because you'll have real ones that'll tell you that just being on retention is not enough. Just being on retention is not enough, and that's what's gonna make dudes relapse. Because you got these dudes in the community that's not telling you enough, because they don't really want to see dudes grow. You got to do more than retention. You got to do more than even just working out. Can you work out and not even listen to no music at all? And just maybe pick your favorite affirmation. Let's say this: when you working out, pick one affirmation that you like, that inspires you, something that you want to incorporate. Like my favorite affirmation to say is I am powerful beyond measure. And when you don't, let's say you don't feel like saying all of them, like all of them that you may know about, like the I am love, peace, prosperity, and just all of that happiness and this and this and that. If you just want to say one, say that one. Train your mind to just say that one over and 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 over again. Just like how you listen to somebody say, I'm in the streets, then I had to kill a dude. Dude wasn't like that, and I had to be in the streets and killing dudes and selling drugs, and yeah, got me a Mary Jeans on me, and I'm chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you listening to that over and over and over and over and over and over. Dude talking about a whole bunch of nothing, right? Come on, man. So it's time to understand the power of this that you got right here, bro. This is a gold mine. And listen, man, like I said, if you do even wind up relapsing after you watch this video, remember, do not hang it over your head, bro. Everybody is going to grow at their own pace. And that's just how it go. It's not going to be easy on this journey, bro. I'm telling you. It's not going to be easy to conquer no fat. It's not going to be easy to conquer semen retention. But do the best that you can and just don't give up. And hopefully I could be the channel that you could come to get that humble feel to help you with your journey. Because I'm tired of watching people live in their ego. Like how you not gonna help me. You can't help nobody when you just in your ego popping a bunch of nothing, bro. You're not helping nobody doing that. What's really gonna help somebody is just knowing that they building with somebody. We building together. Lone Wolf Nation. We really, you feel me? We living that humble life. Because we know what we capable of. Because we understand the universe. And when you understand the universe, You feel me? And this dude's, come on, man, you gotta think about it like this. You could even be a skinny dude, and you thinking like, man, this big old brolic dude, he think he talking all this bull. I got a gun on me though. I don't gotta fight you, cause I could be like this. These brolic dudes gotta be smarter than that, cause these dudes are literally blatantly only be tough with dudes that is not as in shape as them. They not as in shape as them, and you know you could get popped by that same skinny dude that you playing with. Like, are you dumb? It don't take much to pull a trigger, boy. You feel me? Like, these brolic dudes gotta understand that these dudes that be super duper stocky and they be walking around like it can't happen to them. You know how good it's gonna make one of these crash dummies feel to pop you in your leg and you beg for the rest of your life. I mean, you beg for your life on the floor about how you got a family and you got kids you trying to take care of, and it's not even that deep and this, that, and the third. You know how good that's gonna make him feel? That demon that's really on that timing. Feel me? So don't do it to yourself. And somebody, you know what I'm saying? One of these probably do understand that, boys. Some demons out here that be ready to, they could be 110 pounds, soaking wet. A gun is only 3 pounds. For me, so understand that, bro. Anybody could be touched. Anybody that you see in their ego that can't be humble and gotta talk down on other people, don't worry about them dudes, bro. Especially now that we getting grown, you gotta understand that we not kids no more. We not in high school. We not in middle school. We know better than to be doing certain things. And at this point, if you still decide to move like you don't know better, that goes to show that you still like you looking to impress somebody. That's exactly what that is. You are looking to impress somebody. You are looking to impress some people in your circle. Someone specific in your circle, maybe. Someone specific at your job. Someone specific at, the day to day who you be bumping into. Someone specific or people specific on the internet that you be getting on and posting the pictures and the things you be posting. You looking to impress somebody when you can't change and just be strictly positive and look to uplift everybody. You feel me? And don't live that life, because that will make you a target. And it's going to make you the kind of target that's going to make you extremely paranoid. Because that's why these tough guys be so nervous. Because they know it make them a target. You got to think about it. Let's talk about the egos real quick, right? This dude living his ego. This dude living his ego. Let's say this dude walks in this dude's neighborhood. So this dude, yeah, that's the right one. So this dude walking all tough like it can't happen to him. This got a bad vibe. He gonna be manifesting and thinking about negativity because he live in his ego. He don't feed himself positivity. So you think he's gonna be thinking about positive things when he see you be walking around poking your chest out all day? No. Common sense to tell you that he's gonna be thinking about negativity because they already can't be positive. So if you're not positive, that's gonna influence them to be more negative. So he's gonna be thinking about, hurting your ego in the worst way. You feel me? Like, why you think, like, let's say, for instance, dudes in the streets, why they go at it so hard? It's just an ego battle. They know that's why guns come out. Because it make them feel good to know that when they pull a gun out on somebody, this dude is going to start speaking gibberish. That same dude that he remember vividly in his mind, walking down his neighborhood or walking around somewhere or even on social media, just poking his chest out, acting all tough. It's going to make this dude that live in his ego feel good to, you know what I'm saying, take that away from you. Because he live in his ego. He not going to be thinking about, yo, we just out here, we all going through things. For me, we ain't got to live this life. Like, we can just be about positivity, get you a good woman, go live somewhere where it's safe and take care of your family and, focus on manifesting. They not thinking about nowhere near close to stuff like that. Right? They thinking about how they could manifest their next murder so they could gain more respect from people and be looked at like, yo, my son a shooter. Like, yo, my son right here, he a shooter. Like, imagine getting on a rap song. Like, come on, man. You got rappers that rap about they shooters. And then they get in a video with these dudes and point who the shooter is. But that's the life I'm supposed to live, to be accepted by those millions of people, to be accepted by. I don't want to be accepted by them. I don't want to be accepted by people that can't see through bull like that. No. No way. Like, I just see through the rap industry on a deep level now. These dudes low key be paused. They move a certain kind of way to be accepted, most importantly by men. At this point, it's not even about the women, because all these dudes do nowadays is talk down on women. So if you know that these joints ain't itch, they ain't nothing. They treachy, they be hitting anything, they mess with anybody that got a bag, this, that, and the third. So why are you still so influenced to be who you are, being an idiot? Not living your truth. What at this point is still influencing you to live a lie? Men? Other men that's living a lie? That's what I'm seeing. Oh, it gotta be that. It gotta be. At this point, it hurt people, hurt other people, bro. Know that. Uh, Salute to you, my G. Appreciate the positivity. Yeah, that's how we gotta do it, man. And raw don't gotta be like, it's people out here that view raw in a different kind of way. They view raw with talking crazy. That's not being raw. Being raw is speaking about just authentic truth. Things that, like, I'm talking to people's soul about certain things that I speak on. And you ain't gotta have $1 million to do that. You ain't gotta have a whole bunch of subscribers to do that. You ain't gotta have a bunch of fly clothes to do that. Right? A lot of us already understand that we kings already, bro. We understand that the power of our brain, money can't buy that. Nothing on this earth could buy the power that you already have. So why would I be worried about impressing people with my third dimensional self and my third dimensional life? Waiting until, I'ma wait until, I'm living in a penthouse, then I'm gonna start making videos. Or I'ma wait till I got a binge. I'ma wait till I got a, this and that, so I could get on YouTube. No, bro, I don't care. Cause I got tired of seeing dudes blatantly wait until they had certain things so they could look a certain kind of way. When you still at the end of the day came from the struggle. You still came from times where, your shower was messed up, and you had to warm up the water with with the stove, put it in the pot, warm it up. You feel me? You come from that. So why you care about how you present yourself, and at the end of the day you still lived that gutter struggle? For me. But it's all about, what I've realized in life, bro, is that social status is what matters the most nowadays. We live in a world where social status is the king. Like, at this point, social status matters more than money. People don't even really be caring about money no more. People care about being accepted a certain kind of way socially, because that's gonna then attract certain kind of women to them. Because you gotta think about it. Let's keep it all the way 100. It's gonna take a strong kind of woman, a strong-minded kind of woman, a woman that probably got some real genuine feelings for a dude like me to want to be in my life. Because I'm so honest about things that I speak on, that no woman that live a lie would even be able to handle being around a dude like me. They're not even gonna be able to handle that. Even especially dudes that don't live their truth. You're not gonna handle being able to be around a dude like me. It's gonna be impossible. It's gonna be impossible. So just know that, like, You attract what you are. And there's women out here that's living their truth. And you'll attract that kind of woman that'll be willing to make any kind of sacrifices she need to make sure that, you know, that she's not pressuring you to do nothing that you don't want to do. Because trust me, you know, you could be on retention and still attract a woman that's gonna be wanting to, you know, make you release your energy. I'm sure some dudes in the retention community that could vouch for that. That thought they manifested that one and got them a girl from the retention, and she has you trying to bust gowns, right? And we don't need to be doing all that. Like I'd rather be I'd rather be a lone wolf at that point if I'm just gonna be around a female that's gonna be having me, you know, doing all that, because I understand the power of holding it down. So that life is over with for a dude like me. Or like why is it that a dude gotta bust for her to feel validated? Like that goes to show how insecure a lot of these women is. And when these insecure women even find out the benefits of a dude holding it down, that might really try to inspire them to get dudes to release more. Right? Like you gotta pay attention to certain things, because a lot of women just desire to be in power. They desire to be a queen. Like, you feel me? Like, shouldn't even be caring about all that. Like, I don't aspire to be viewed as a king to nobody outside of myself. I aspire, as long as I view myself like a king, I don't care if somebody else don't see that I'm a king, bro. And it's not my job to go out my way to prove to you why I'm a king. Why am I doing that for? That's what you'll realize in most of these dudes that get on the internet. I be seeing these dudes be trying so hard to have people look at them like, yo, he got potential to be this, or yo, he got potential to be that, or yo, he the realest, yo, he a legend. You could tell these dudes be going out their way. But it's because I understand things on a deeper level. I'm telling you, bro, like a lot of these dudes really want y'all validation badly. I'm gonna tell you this, y'all comments and y'all liking the video, that goes a long way for a lot of these dudes on a deeper level. But they'll never tell you that, because as soon as they tell you that, they feel like they have lost their power and they want to continue to move like y'all don't matter and y'all need him. Like y'all need me. I don't need y'all. Y'all need me. Like, you feel me? Like I don't move like that though, bro. Because we need each other, right? Me putting out positivity to y'all is helping me, you know, manifest a more positive reality for myself, right? That's how it works. Just like if I was putting out negativity to y'all would help me manifest a negative reality, because I'm speaking it and y'all are ingesting it because y'all are taking it in. And that's going to hurt me if I'm doing it in the wrong way. So just know, anybody that got false intentions and got intentions to try to harm somebody in any kind of way, whether it be try to harm their psyche, or try to harm how they view themselves or how they view the world, you know, because they, you know, them people is going to get it if they ain't already get it. They going to feel the world weighing down on them. And that's a real feeling that a lot of these dudes be going through on the low. And the tougher you see somebody move means that the world is crashing down on him harder and harder. And that's why he's so tense. When somebody is extremely tense, and you know, that goes to show that the world is just heavy for him. That's what that means, bro. The world is very heavy for this dude, and that's why he's so tense. Even to the point where his own self is against himself. His mentality is turning against him. Because this dude don't even know what he want. Like, he know what he want, and then he don't. And, you know, then he driven by his emotions at the same time. And men ain't supposed to be like that. So a lot of these dudes just be going through it. Then they try so hard when they come into reality to hide that. And that explains why a lot of these dudes are the way they are. It's because they are trying so hard to hide the fact that when they get behind closed doors by themselves in their own space, they hate it there. They hate it there. That's why a lot of these people gotta be around people, gotta be in a lot of relationships. That they not with this girl, they with that girl, and got this rotation of women, because they can never sit with themselves, bro. Never. They can never sit somewhere and meditate on their life, accept their truths, and aspire to live a humble lifestyle. For me, like, cause that's a different type of living, especially when you're used to being a certain type of way your whole life. A lot of these dudes could never imagine changing and just, like I really, like I'm really getting better with life as far as like with learning about how a man truly conducts himself. But I'm getting these answers from within, because you'll get lies from these dudes. A lot of these books don't even be talking facts, bro. Because you got to think about it. In order for people to make money, they have to protect their social status. So so they view telling you the truth that it will hurt their business, right? They view telling you their truth about certain things is gonna hurt them. So it's just always gonna be a lot of lies going on. Like, that's why it's good to just get all of the answers that you need within yourself. You got to sit with yourself, reflect on your own life, get answers that you need about your own walks of life. Feel me? That's how you truly be unique as well. Or salute to y'all. I mean, I heard about the Derrick Jenks situation. Um, and that goes to show he got to be another dude that's looking to, protect. It's all about social status. A dude could see an opportunity and be like, yo, they don't have this on the internet. It's a lot of women out here that get tight when they see men out here bashing them. When a lot of these dudes, like for instance, Kevin Samuels, I don't believe Kevin Samuels be bashing no women, bro. I don't know why people be saying that about him, but he don't be bashing women. This dude be keeping it a buck. And they take it as he being disrespectful because yo, bro, a lot of these women, they talk circles around you. So if you don't cut them off and ask certain key questions, then they just gonna be running their mouth about nothing. A lot of them. So it's important to get down to the point. That's a lot of what he be doing. Then you got dudes that be saying Kevin Samuels is feminine, this, that, and the third. Why? Because he not super tense and how he move and you know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes don't even be knowing what they talking about, but they be clout chasing. They see Kevin Samuels is evolving. They see that he's a trending topic with a lot of people talking crazy about him, good about him. So people just trying to get in the mix, bro. That's all that is. People just trying to get in the mix. Ain't nothing wrong with that dude channel. And why, if it was something wrong with that dude channel, do you think women are constantly be coming to that dude platform and asking him for advice about high value men and all that? No, no. Come on, man. And my thing is this with Derrick Jenks. He just was a dude clearly that was looking to be accepted socially and give and bring something to YouTube that he felt like was missing. He, a lot of his videos, he was, catering to women from what I saw, because you don't have men out here that make videos for women. So he just viewed it as, yo, I could make a lot of money if they see a dude, a strong black man that's in shape, claim that he's in a healthy marriage, and I get on here and I just give advice and and cater to what the women want to hear. Then I'm gonna make a lot of money. I'm gonna have a lot of success. You gotta watch out for these agents, bro. A lot of these dudes is be figuring out, because the internet is becoming another reality, bro. The internet is like a double life for people, like the real life and then the internet. So I'm gonna tell you this: 99% of everybody is looking for their way to create their second reality of living. You feel me? They looking for their way to get on YouTube and start to figure out how they gonna be unique in their own way on YouTube, which is a good and a bad thing, because you'll have dudes that are they look for their way to just be accepted socially and make a dollar, because people be desperate for money. Everybody desperate to be rich. You got dudes that make a whole bunch of bread and all they do is brag about all the money they got, flash it in your face, flash they different chains that they got, talk about all the different women that they hitting, trying to influence you to want to get it back, trying to influence you to want to live a lie like they living a lie, so you could just go hurry up, go get you a bag. So you realize that you might get caught up and be in too deep in a certain situation. You don't want that to happen to you, but they not gonna tell you that because they gotta protect their social status. They want to protect that they're accepted by certain people, and if they spoke on certain things, that certain people wouldn't accept them. Like, nah, this dude talking about retention. I don't know what's wrong with this dude because I gotta get me some poom. Feel me? Like I gotta let one off, this, that, and the third. But okay, if you feel like retention is weird, why is you like I saw somebody make a video about how the retention community is weird. My thing is this, fam, why you going out your way to even do that if you feel like it's weird that we want to practice retention and not get no poom? That goes to show, you feel me, that you not even really staying solid on what you don't even really believe the life that you living is thorough. Because you gotta come out your way to try to tell us why you think what we doing is wrong. But why? Because the things we speak on hurt a dude like him, his ego. Whoever that was, I don't even remember his name or nothing. But that goes to show it hurt to know that there's men out here that don't believe in that no more. And it's weird for people to accept that now. Like, yo, it's dudes out here really trying to be lone wolves and conquer their lust and manifest their reality. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like it's weird, you ain't even be going out your way speaking on it, bro. Right? Because I'm sure it's a whole bunch of other things that you don't agree with, but you chose to spoke on this. Like somebody was gonna watch your video. Like somebody was gonna watch your video and be like, yeah, word, he right. Matter of fact, I'm about to quit retention because this dude right here, he talking some facts. He's talking about how I should keep getting some poom and that the retention community is weird. Word. So you know what? I'm about to unsubscribe from all of the retention channels that be talking about that. And I'm about to go get some poom again because he made a video and told me that it's weird to practice retention. And I'm about to quit because he said so. Like, you got to really think about some of these dudes' mentalities and like how they be thinking about how things might transpire. Like, these dudes is really blinded by their ego. It's crazy. It's crazy. And a lot of these dudes that be trying to knock me off my square is because they could be agents that don't even realize they getting body snatched and they doing a job trying to get a dude like me to get off here. All this truth I be talking. Come on, man. Come on. We need somebody like me on the internet willing to be humble. Like, come on, son. Now these not even dreads, neither these 2-strand twist braids. Yeah, it's bots everywhere for real. And it's gonna continue to grow. Because I'm telling you, the hardest thing in the world for a man to do is to live his truth. That is it, like retention is right here, and then living your truth is like, word, that's different. That's different. Living your truth is different. And I'm talking about living your truth every day. Not letting nobody influence you to, go against that. You feel me? Yeah, you don't even need social media to keep it a buck. Everything good as far as like with my day to day. I got work later and all that. I work 5 days a week. You know what I'm saying, in the project, building a bed style and all that. But I'm just learning with life. It's just all about maintaining, positive thoughts and constantly affirming. And no matter what you're going through in your life, your vibe is gonna be positive no matter what. You feel me? And especially when you incorporating a clean diet, you're not just feeding yourself anything. 10 out of 10 times I'll be straight. Cause like you really gotta start to realize that things that's going on in your life will only continue and get worse if you attach yourself to it mentally and be thinking about negativity because of it. Like, yo, I'm going through this and I'm going through that. And then you start to put a negative vibe on yourself. Like, you literally are your own worst enemy. It's not even nobody else's fault why people be negative thinking and all that. It's like literally you decide to make a choice to do that. Like if you feel like if you decide, let's say for instance, you might have relapsed, and then you got dudes in the community that's talking crazy about you, and then you decide to quit your whole channel because it don't look perfect no more. It don't look like a perfect business that you have. You ain't had no slip and falls, no none, right? You want to be the perfect content creator, and then you decide to quit your whole channel. That's because you decided to put people's opinion about you on a pedestal. When you decide to give up on anything that you passionate about in your life, you are literally putting people, other people on a pedestal. Why would you ever want to make a decision like that, bro? You shouldn't care about if you might have relapsed on the journey. So what? So what? Because guess what? You gotta think about it like this. If you 25, like I turned, let's say for instance, let's do another age. Let's say 27. You turn 27, and let's say you had a retention channel. Let me just map it out for you. You got a retention channel. You go 8 months, then you relapse. You post a video about the relapse, whatever. So now you might feel funny about the 8 months before that because you might have been talking crazy about staying solid and staying this, and then you relapse, right? But ain't that how life goes as a man anyway? In real life though, so why would you not keep that same energy with that on the internet? Which, believing that you could do something, but then it might not work how you thought it was. Do you commit suicide in real life? Because so why would you commit suicide on your channel and delete your whole channel? Because this is real life manhood. Your ego might even influence you to, feel like none can happen to you, and then some might happen to you, and then you still live the rest of your life, right? And learn from it. So what's the difference on YouTube? Why do people treat YouTube like it's different? So, and then you gotta think about it like this. Let's say from 27 to 29, you still up and down with the journey and you still posting them. Let's say you turn 35 and you finally, let's say, going 2 years. You turn 35 and now you want a 2-year streak when you 35. Now when you look back at all of them videos, you done learned so much about yourself, because now you could literally even look at those videos and learn about yourself. And you could literally help people on a higher level from having the courage to live your truth. Like, come on, man, don't never give up on yourself, because that's what these people want, because they are not even secure with themselves, so they have to try to make somebody feel bad for living their truth. When in reality, I don't care what their retention you on, you are gonna make a mistake somewhere. I don't know why people all of a sudden thought that because you on retention, that in real life you no longer can make no mistake because you got the glow. Like, are you serious? Like, mistakes gonna come with life forever. You're gonna make decisions that you're gonna have to learn from, even while you retaining on the journey. That's just how it go. For me. Of course it's easier said than done, but that's the whole point. When you do it, you gain a strength that most men don't have. Right? So that should give you more motivation to want to do it. Because it's gonna hurt these dudes' pride that live in their ego to see you live your truth. That's why these dudes be giving you the funny look and be feeling some type of way about you, because you got the courage to live your truth. And they know deep down that they don't, or they just not willing to. Because anybody got the strength to do whatever they want to do. It's just about doing it and not doing it. You feel me? Or but you could go as crazy as you want to go with the retention journey, bro. Whenever your time comes, just be relentless. And whenever you make a mistake on a journey, make sure you hold yourself accountable for it and you learn. You learn about you just learn as you go. You continue, you be conscious, you stay conscious about what's going on with your ego, what your ego is trying to tell you to do. Like, yo, like, I keep relapsing on the journey. I'm about to just quit YouTube and hide and not post no more videos because, you know, I don't look like the strongest dude in the world because I wound up relapsing, and I don't look like this and whatever. And there might be dudes on there that's on higher days than me, and then subscribers might pick and choose who they want to subscribe to because, you know, I had relapsed before, and then this person might not have relapsed before. And then, yo, bro, that's your ego talking to you, wanting to be. That's your ego trying to tell you that you got to be the most best person out here, and you got to be the illest. You know, you came straight out the gate, never relapsed, and this, that, and third. Yo, chill. You ain't got to be thinking like that, bro. For what? You shouldn't be in competition with nobody. You shouldn't even be caring about what subscribers choose to do with their subscription. And on top of the fact, you got to realize that it's people that, whether they don't subscribe or they unsubscribe, when you doing something like this, speaking your truth, they always gonna check for you and see how you doing. Because at the end of the day, it's gonna be respect. Somebody might take their subscription away because you relapse, right? Because they don't understand. If anything, that should make a person really want to subscribe. Because if you telling people that you still about to get right back with the journey and stay in tune and still post more videos and still inspire and stay inspired yourself, that's the realest thing you could ever do. Why? Because it don't exist. It don't exist. And that's exactly why it feel uncomfortable to do something that is not done. There's no person that has done, let's say, what I'm doing, that has the courage to have relapsed and post relapse videos and still get back on here and keep that same energy. Can you think of anybody that has done something like that before? No. And that's exactly why it might be uncomfortable for dudes out here to be living their truth, because you can't really think about somebody that was bold enough to even be on the internet living their truth, talking about their life, talking about their ups and their downs, still doing their best to inspire people of all ages. It don't exist out here, bro. It's really rare. That's the rarest thing you'll ever come across. Is somebody willing to get on the internet and live their truth. Because at the end of the day, everybody in the semen retention community know the benefits of you just staying solid, no matter what. Even if you wind up relapsing, it's not going to change the benefits that you get from still retaining. It's not going to change whether you relapsed or not. Because if that was the case, you ain't get no benefits at all, because you've been addicted to the website for 10 plus years, since you was 12, 13 years old. And you still got the benefits from quitting and then getting on it, right? So it's not going to change, bro. It's not going to change. Feel me? Or so just understand that. Think about who you would be on day 365, how you would feel on day 365. And you incorporate that right now, because time don't exist. These days and times and the clock and all that, it don't exist. So all you have to do is align with who you aspire to be. If you aspire to be a dude that's on day 365, then think about how you would feel on 365 days, and you do it right now. You feel like it right now. Like, yo, I would be mad excited if I was on day 365. I'd probably go over here and just be by myself, just absorbing the universe and just working out by myself. Or I'd probably take a long bike ride just to make sure, you know, or whatever you do, like whatever you feel like you might do on day 365, whatever you feel like you might do on day 400, day 1,000. Think about it, because you might not even know. Why? Because it might not manifest if you don't start thinking about things like that now, no matter how many times you slip. It don't take away from the fact that you still have a brain, bro. Everybody on earth that has a brain is powerful. Everybody on earth that has a third eye and knows about your third eye is powerful, no matter what. And the fact that you could do something like slip and fall on a journey and still and feel that fire inside you to want to get back on it and conquer it, that goes to show that you are special. That goes to show that you are truly special. Because you do something like you relapse, and then you realize like, yo, it don't feel good no more to do that. And it's going to eventually manifest to the point where you don't know more. Trust me, you're going to get tired of making mistakes, but don't give up on yourself. You feel me? Don't, there's dudes out here that give up on themselves to the worst extent, be doing a whole bunch of drugs and all that. You feel me? And that's sad because we all powerful. You can make as many mistakes in the world, but as long as you come to a point in your life where you finally decide that enough is enough and you plan it out for yourself, like, yo, boom, this is how these next 2 weeks is about to go. Or this is how today is about to go. I'm not even about to be thinking about the past, about how I could be on this day, but I relapsed, this, that, and the third. All that is over with. That's the past. It don't exist no more because all you have is the present moment. That's all you got is the present moment. So just worry about that. Even if you relapse and you on day 0 and you relapsed a couple hours ago in the day, you still think about that. That's in the past. You got to be that strong mentally. Right? And if you have anybody, you got dudes that be in these group chats with certain people, and these dudes be trying to violate. You got dudes laughing at you and all that. Trust me, these dudes low key, they weak. And that's why they laughing at you, because if you on the right track, but you still feeding into childish stuff like that and childish negativity like that, that goes to show that eventually they gonna fall some way, shape, or form. They gonna fall, and they gonna lose themselves some way, shape, or form. Because you attract what you are. Eventually, somebody keep feeding their ego, you want retention, you're gonna attract a woman that does the same thing. You feel me? You're gonna attract friends that do the same thing. Feel me? Like, well, just keep that in mind, bro. You attract what you are. Stay present. Stay present in right now. Don't worry about how you feel. How you feel don't matter. Always remind yourself of that. Feelings do not matter. It's just about taking action. Because you get two kind of frequencies, and one is stronger than the other. You get a frequency from action that you feel on yourself from either putting out negativity or putting out positivity. And that frequency is the strongest frequency that you get because you took action, right? But there's another frequency, of course, that come from thoughts and feelings. But that frequency is weak because if you thinking about negativity, but you do something positive, it's going to overpower the negativity that you was thinking. Because that goes to show that all you need to be worried about is action, because you could think negative thoughts all you want to. But if you take action and positivity, it's gonna deflect it. It's gonna disappear because it overpowered that. You feel me? But I'm gonna holler at y'all though, cause well, for me, like I'm about to get off here in a minute. It's the third. You said somebody was dissing me in the group chat. What he was saying? Cause it's a lot of dudes talking crazy about me, bro. But these be the same dudes that I be inspiring, right? And listen, I don't got no beef with nobody, cause come on, bro. Like, it's sad because at the end of the day, when somebody is going out their way to speak negativity about somebody, it's because something I'm doing is making them feel some type of way about themselves. That's all that is. I'm hurting somebody's ego. Feel me? And ain't nothing nobody can say about me that's gonna change how I move. Because I'm not governed by how another man think about me. And it's sad because at one point me and this person was friends. So imagine, and friends fall out all of the time. You might be friends with somebody temporarily, and then you come to a point in your life where you and that person is not friends no more. But when a person goes out their way to try to talk down about somebody that they was once friends with, and maybe try to speak on stuff that only them two knew about, that goes to show you how weak-minded that person is. Right? That goes to show you how insecure that person is when somebody could do that to somebody that they was once friends with. Because I would never go out my way to be trying to tell nobody that I was friends with they personal business. Because I could say things about him that would make him look stupid, and that would make him look crazy. Like, he told me things about him that that if I told y'all, that it would definitely make him look crazy or beta, right? Because that's in friendships, certain things about people. But that's all I'm gonna say on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna just tell you this, bro. Anybody that do all that speak negativity and wouldn't even say it to nobody's face, trust me, them dudes is weak. That's weakness, bro. Because I'm not gonna be doing that on the internet. Because I'm the type of dude, like, he knows. Like, I make phone calls and I'll talk to you. I even go as far as to tell you we can have a face-to-face talk, and however it goes, however it go. But see, now that's my ego talking, because, you know, at one point I was really friends with this dude. So let me chill, for my ego wound up making me say something that I'll start turning shit up. Well, that's what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, all I do is when I get on here, I go out my way to just speak straight positivity. Straight positivity. Uplift everybody. Even uplift, you know, old friends that I may have, because I'm sure I got old friends that watch my channel. Even family members that may watch my channel. It's all about uplifting people. But that don't mean that you got to get close to people, you know? You can still be a lone wolf and put out positivity. Because you'll notice that when people see that you put out positivity and you got a positive vibe, people will try to leech on your positive vibe. But you don't owe these people nothing. You ain't got to be physically around these people all the time, be doing that. For me, you could do what you do just by doing what you do, but you don't have to, you know, get cool with everybody. For me, because I know me personally, I don't believe in that. Look at how beta this is, bro. Like me on the internet trying to show you how tough I am. Why? And my question to you would be this: what makes me so special to you that you are going out your way asking for my attention? This is what you got to ask people that move like this. Just ask them a simple question like that. What about me attracts you to want to even try to be, you know, messing with me on the internet? Right? Why? There's nothing special about me, bro. I live a normal life, still growing and doing the best I can to, you know, be better every day. I deal with a lot of BS, whatever, like most people do. I'm a regular dude, bro. Like, why don't these dudes be going to like pages where they be on that negativity and going to be doing that to them? You feel me? But like I said, though, people are governed by entertainment. Like, all of this positivity I'm talking about, it's not feeding his dopamine receptors. A lot of people just looking for that next dopamine hit. And dopamine, you only really get dopamine hits from like entertainment. You know, even negativity, you get high dopamine hits from that. For me, so a lot of these dudes, you don't take that personal, nothing like that though. For me, you said, I mean, when it comes to that, it's just a lot of dudes out here that struggle with their lust, bro, on a high level. Like, on a high level, it's getting worse and worse every day, to the point where you got dudes that, you know, they be watching the website. But then they know, like, when they look at certain other women on the, you know, social media, or even in real life, like, let's say social media, for instance, he might hit a joint up in the DM and be like, yo, when you gonna make an OnlyFans and this and that? Because, you know, he already tired of seeing them same old stars on the website that he keep watching and kept watching probably for years and years. This joint been a porn star. She been in the game for mad long. He tired of looking at her. He want to get a new dopamine hit from seeing something new. Seeing a new joint that looks stupid bad, because he going to get a higher dopamine rush from that. He going to get a higher dopamine rush from that. From seeing you know, that's like you used to watching this one star, and then you see another star, and you like, word. Like, you know what I'm saying? You like, dang, you know what I'm saying? She, you know what I'm saying? Her joint fatter or this, that, and the third. And you get a higher dopamine hit from that. And now you binging on her videos and all that. So that's where that comes from. Dudes is looking for more dopamine hits. They don't realize it though. But I've been on here for a minute though. When I'm gonna start doing too, like when I see my live hit like 1K, you feel me? I'm gonna get back on here and I'm gonna rock with y'all again. We just gonna talk about life and all that. And just keep y'all going on the journey. Feel me? But I'ma holla at y'all. Y'all stay positive. You're gonna have dudes out here trying to talk down on you behind your back, do all that beta clown stuff. But don't even never keep that same energy with you in real life, because they know how it's gonna go. Especially a dude like me, bro. Come on, man. Like, nobody gonna disrespect me to the point where I gotta put my hands on them, because they know, you know what I'm saying? They know it's how far they need to go. You know, you might could say something about me on the internet and behind my back in group chats and all that, because you feel me? Like, I'm not, you know, I don't even view that as worth my time to be going crazy. But nobody is getting in my face with all that, bro. I'm telling you. So if you ever see somebody on the internet talking all that BS, just know they don't have the heart to keep that same energy with me in real life, because they can see past me being positive and know that I got a demon inside me that will hurt some if they ever decided to do something like that. For me, that's why it's important to have the best of both worlds. Be positive and all that, but you better have heart, because it's going to be dudes that you're going to be hurting their pride because you're doing the right thing out here and they don't got the heart to do what you're doing. For me? So stay solid, holla at y'all. Peace.